Is there anything
for action? This is the first of 8 on an interesting program at Rosehill. Off. Oh, coming out very, very slowly, Banaba. The almighty one didn't jump all that quickly. And the early leader is Speciality, taken on and headed by Dash for Cover. A length and a half to Northern Rover on the inside of Grand Success, and posted a little deep as Royal Circle. And he's pulling a little. Larry Cassidy trying to get him a little closer to the inside rail, followed by Bias Bay. And then the almighty one, Tracy and We're Dancing, and tacking on after the tidy jump, Banaba. They race along to the 1,000 marker, and Dash for Cover for Jimmy Cassidy is the leader. 3/4 of a length on Speciality. Just over one away third, Northern Rover, parked inside of Grand Success. 2.5 to Royal Circle, and another couple of lengths to Bias Bay. At its quarters on the outside, the almighty one being tracked by We're Dancing, Tracy and the fence. And Absolute is Banaba, working their way past the 700. No change in the order. And Dash for Cover rated well by J.A. Cassidy, a length Speciality. In third position, Northern Rover from Grand Success, and then Royal Circle. Good margin then. Coming Bias Bay from the almighty one, We're Dancing, Tracy and Banaba. Homeward bound, Dash for Cover straightens up a half. Grand Success called upon. Between them under the whip, Speciality. Royal Circle is wider out, and then Northern Rover and the almighty one from We're Dancing the deepest as they race down to the 200 marker. Royal Circle is out after Grand Success. They put 2 Dash for Cover, Speciality, We're Dancing and the almighty one, but Royal Circle put the neck in front. And here's the hat trick coming up. Royal Circle too good for Grand Success. Third, the almighty one, We're Dancing. Fourth from Tracy Ann. Bias Bay, Speciality, Dash for Cover gave in very weakly, followed home by Northern Rover, and Banaba, who missed the kick, was last from start to finish. Did a good job to win there, Royal Circle. He's was wide early, but Larry, fortunately, as they strung out, was able to get him closer to the fence, and he settled pretty well after about 400 metres. He's a nice horse by Palace Music, and after successive wins at Warwick Farm, he's come out here on his home track to win. And Royal Circle's paid $5.60 for the win, and we'll check the other totes in just a moment. 7, 3, 4 and 5 are officials. 7 Royal Circle, L. Cassidy for trainer Oliver Kuhlman, and owners the Gay Ridge Investments Proprietary Limited Syndicate with Miss A. Pickering and J. Blight. A 4-year-old Bayer Brown gelding by Palace Music from Dapple Up, a Black Zephyr mare, and has paid $5.60 and $2. Number 3 is second, Grand Success. 1 out, 1 back, and had every chance by Air de France, trained by Clary Connors. Grant Buckley, $1.70. And for the almighty one by He Is Risen from Forever and Ever, trained by John Wheeler, written by Glenn Boss, $1.70.
Thanks, Ian. 734 Royal
Super Tab. They're all in. Set to go. Light flashing, and they're racing in the first, and Nursery Suite a touch slow down towards the inside, and Vicky bounded out and led our Endor, and Synopsis right up there third in the early stages from Callandoon the inside. Then No Feelings and Melanite about a length away. Nursery Suite being trailed then by Alexi, who's being restrained and not liking it much, getting her head up. She's dropped out to last. Roadhouse Blues and Kingdom Babe go through on her inside near the 1100 metres, and Vicky set the tempo. She's out by 2.5 El Endor. No Feelings moving up a neck away into third, and Synopsis with a good trail fourth on the outside of Callandoon. 2 lengths Nursery Suite. Roadhouse Blues is on the rail. A length and a half to Melanite, and then Kingdom Babe and Alexi is 1.5 away at the tail. Running to the turn at the 800, Vicky by 3 lengths No Feelings, 1 El Endor. A length and a half the Fave Synopsis running fourth in the pink colours. Callandoon pushed along a touch, fifth the rail. 2.5 Nursery Suite, Roadhouse Blues, Melanite, trailed by Kingdom Babe and 2 lengths Alexi. As they swept towards the turn, Vicky narrowly from No Feelings getting a touch closer, and El Endor right behind them, and Synopsis is peeling out 3 wide to mount her challenge now. Then Callandoon and Roadhouse Blues as they enter the straight. Below the 400 metres, Synopsis charging with a run on the outside to claim El Endor and Vicky. Callandoon has pulled to the outside and coming home after the leader. The favourites to fight it out, 200 to go, and Callandoon swept up for Sammy Highland and took the lead now from Synopsis. She drew a half in front now. It's Callandoon drawing away about 3/4 Synopsis, and Callandoon comes away for Sam Highland. Callandoon first, Synopsis second, El Endor held on to third. Then Roadhouse Blues, followed by No Feelings, and back behind them were Vicky, Kingdom Babe, Melanite, Nursery Suite, and Alexi last throughout. Sam Highland just recently back into the saddle. In fact, it was at
Now we're all in, ready to go on this lovely afternoon in Sydney. 2000, the journey of race 2. They're off this time, and a nice even line. The favourite is going to lead early, Specialist from Kessia, moving up swiftly as Otto Man. Not far away, the outsider Romany Gypsy, Kugelhop, hard ridden, and so too Young Lang Syne, who's very wide, followed by Dusky Bow, Megaforce Placer, and dropping out to last Wellington as they settle fully into stride and travel 400 metres, and Kessia runs to the lead clearly now. A couple of lengths on Otto Man, Kugelhop third, then Romany Gypsy, Specialist back on the inside to fifth, Young Lang Syne covering a good deal of additional ground, followed by Megaforce Placer, Dusky Bow, and Wellington, who left the jockey in the stalls at Warwick Farm last week. No problems today, and is absolute as they work to the back of the course now and go down to the 1200 marker, and Kessia leads about 2.5 lengths on Otto Man, 2 lengths to Kugelhop, and about 3/4 Young Lang Syne. He's getting it about a horse off the fence. Specialist next on the inside of Romany Gypsy as they string out a little, another length and 3/4 Placer. Megaforce on its outside. Second last is Wellington, and a neck to Dusky Bow on the outer. No change in the order, out of the back straight now, and coming along to approach the 800 marker, and Kessia leads the way. Otto Man is in close attendance, a length and a quarter from the leader. 6 lengths away third is Young Lang Syne, a neck to Kugelhop, and 2 Romany Gypsy. Specialist standing this leader, a fair start, and 2.5 Megaforce places the inside, a couple to the grey Wellington, and Dusky Bow is still stone motherless as they sweep to the corner. Otto Man bridges the gap on Kessia. Kessia a neck clear, however, and around the corner Kessia narrowly from Otto Man, who looks to be going a shade the better. 3 to Kugelhop for length, the Specialist hooking into the open now, and is starting to come out after Otto Man, who beat off Kessia down past the 250, and Specialist is bridging the gap on Otto Man, and quickly the favourite races to the lead. Specialist, he's about 2 Otto Man, Placer for a mile back, and then Kugelhop, but Specialist no worries at 2000, trying it the first time, but here is 3 on the trot for Specialist, eased up on the line, and he beat Placer. Third Kugelhop, Otto Man walked in fourth, then Megaforce, Dusky Bow, Wellington in company with Young Lang Syne. Long margin to Kessia, tired right out of it, and Romany Gypsy, the rank outsider, was last to complete the course. Well, he'd run 2000 up a hill. Number 5 Specialist, 3 on the trot for him now, so the first 2 winners have both knocked up hat tricks. Number 5 Specialist by Dan Zero from a mare called a Jewel, a 4-year-old bay gelding trained by Gay Waterhouse Glen Boss in the saddle, and has paid $3.10 and $1.50. $3.10 and $1.50. Second and third placings. Placer number 8 will be second. It'll return a dividend. Just waiting on that number to come up. They're having a few problems with the infield screen here. Here we go. Number... No, they still haven't got it right. Placer will be second. It'll pay $4, and 4 Kugelhop will be third, $3.50. Here we go now. 5, 8 and 4 are the officials. Specialist $3.10, $1.50, $4 Placer, $3.50 for Kugelhop. Quinella $33.20.
Thanks, Ian. Well, that couldn't have worked out better. Glen Boss was able to plonk Specialist straight onto the fence in about 5th spot, and there was a ton of speed on in the race.
Now coming up into the stalls, we're not too far away from a start. Happy Tycoon to move in, and also Skilling. Starter is heading over to the platform to send them on their journey. 415 Calendoon for Sam Highland taking out the first. Dugard Trace, popular one here. He's won 2 of 3 outings at this track.
If we take it a grade.
Now Skilling moved in, completed the lineup, so they're set to run. Off they go. Skilling threw his head in the air on the outside, and Jugatrice bounded out quickly. Celestial Show and Happy Tycoon began fast near the inside of him, and Rain Gauge isn't getting all that far away, and then Murphy's Magic. When they settle fully now, passing the 1400 metres, Happy Tycoon the leader, out by about a length here from Jugatrice going into second placing. Celestial Show about a length away third. Murphy's Magic fourth the inside. Then Classic Benbara moving up on the outside, a neck away to Rain Gauge. One behind these horses, then came Summer Rule. She's followed by the Fat Sabuan and 2 lengths to Skilling. Out towards the 1,000-metre mark now, and Happy Tycoon lobbed along, not going all that quickly into a pretty stiff headwind down the back. He leads it a little over a length. Jugatrice is in behind him in second placing. Then about a length away to Murphy's Magic, third the inside. Then Classic Benbara in the red colours running fourth on the outside is racing three deep there. One Celestial Show, followed by Summer Rule the inside with the Fats improving, and Rain Gauge, who's steadily drifting back. He's now third last, followed by Skilling and Zabuan. Downhill they run towards the home turn, and it's Happy Tycoon narrowly, about a neck in front of Jugatrice, given every chance, and Classic Benbara has moved up three deep now. Murphy's Magic in behind them from Celestial Show, and then the Fat. Skilling is making some ground round the outside from Summer Rule, and then Rain Gauge as they enter the straight, and Zabuan is last of all. It's now Jugatrice racing up on the outside to take the lead slenderly. Classic Benbara the outside, and Murphy's Magic's got the dream run on the fence to tackle them. Wider out as the Fats. They're across the track. Murphy's Magic, Jugatrice, Classic Benbara, and the Fats is wider out. Murphy's Magic with a narrow lead. Classic Benbara, the Fats coming at him. Classic Benbara, the Fats come to the line. Heads are up and down. It's either the Fats or Classic Benbara in a photo finish, and a close one too with another photo for third. Summer Rule has poked through there. It's one of them in a blanket finish with Jugatrice and Murphy's Magic. Back behind them to finish a Rain Gauge and Celestial Show, a Break Happy Tycoon, and then back towards the tail of the field here is Zabuan, and last in is Skilling. Well, a thrilling finish to the race as we stand by for numbers. It's a photo, and it was between Classic Benbara principally, and it looks like he might have done enough on the inside of the Fats. Heads up and down as they've come to the line bobbing. The Fats had his bob in front just before the line, but Classic Benbara looks to have kicked well enough to get the verdict. Number 5, there it is, 5, Classic Benbara, Brett Preble first. Back in distance, he's been able to score and edge out the Fats, number 4. And third place is very, very close indeed. There's 3 or 4 of them in that photo finish. 5, 4, and another photo to decide third placing. Time was 1:43.3, 1:43.3.
6:70, 2:30 Classic Benbara, 4:30 the Fats, and waiting for that third number. Now Victoria Park, race 2, less than 5 minutes away. Liberty Rose, 2:80, 4:20. So it's 5, 4, 11, 6:70, 2:30 Classic Benbara, 4:30 the Fats, 8:80 Murphy's Magic. Quinella is 41.50. And the trifecta not yet available on the second at Sandown. OK, Brian York's got another busy day at Rosehill Gardens. He's riding a pretty short price one.
Favourite Swiss Echo was first to leave, commencing well Silver Castle. Pride Rock is not far away, followed by Diamond, and then comes the Ruffy Goldport a couple of lengths further back to Roman back, and then comes Our Rior, followed by Manzeal. Bargain next to last, and Royal Train is a further 2.5 behind Bargain as they race past the 1100, and Pride Rock goes to the lead, about a half to 3/4 of a length on Swiss Echo. Silver Castle is travelling third on the outside of Goldport, who's shading Silver Castle now. Length and a half to the Greys. Our Rior going up and passing Diamond from Roman back Manzeal. Over on the rails, Bargain next to last, and Absolute is Royal Train. They come along to the 750, and Pride Rock is the leader, a length on Swiss Echo. Over on the fence in the third posse is Goldport at any old price, a length into Silver Castle, followed on the inside Our Rior, back on the outside next in sixth posse Diamond. 2 to Roman back, who's trying to follow Diamond, then a gap to Manzeal Bargain, and 3 lengths to Royal Train. They're on the bend for home, and the leader Pride Rock narrowly from Swiss Echo. Third is Silver Castle. Diamond's running fourth, and then comes Our Rior and Roman back, but York goes to the front on Swiss Echo, and coming to the 250, Swiss Echo a length on Silver Castle. They've dropped Pride Rock, and then comes Diamond and Roman back, but Swiss Echo hard ridden by Yorkie, about a length and a quarter clear on Silver Castle, who can't pick up the favourite, and Swiss Echo looked the goods today, and he's running right up to it. Swiss Echo beats Silver Castle and Diamond, and then Roman back in a photo with Our Rior for fourth. Bargain next, Manzeal, followed by Pride Rock, and Royal Train beat one to the post, and that was the horse that started at cricket score odds, Goldport. Well, He looked the better the day, and he's run right up to it. 8, 1 and 9 will be the placings. Swiss Echo $1.90, $1.10. Silver Castle number 1 will pay $2.40, and third will be Diama number 9 at $2.30. 3 runs back, following a good second to here to Kutamutu and a good third to Gypsy May here. And a horse that's probably going to appreciate a little longer than today's journey of 1,500 metres. He has, of course, won at Randwick over 2,000. He's by Don't Say Halo from Bedimpled, and with the Guri Pastoral Company Syndicate, winning double for Gay Waterhouse, and Brian York, the winning rider. 8.
Righto, Ian, thanks. Now, Doomben.
A Dash for Cash moved in. Bust Up is ready. So on track, Dash for Cash, well tried, runs the top pick ahead of North Boy. I guess there's a little query with North Boy on the wet ground here today. He looked quite well. Readiness has joined them. They're all in, set to go. Ealing Park Vane Stakes, 1,200 metres. Some high quality young horses engaged here. They're set. All clear and away. Not a bad start. Bust Up dropped to the tail soon after the jump, and Hit was one of the first to bound out and led early from Tallydane. North Boy got away well. Ebony Knight's pushing up to 4th. Dash for Cash wider out, and then Bluing the Blues, one to Euston off. Trailed by Spitz, Bust Up, and then Sheraton and Readiness last of all. Hit a clear leader running out to the turn at the 800 by 2.5. Dash for Cash, who's caught 3 deep and moves up into second around Tallydane and North Boy retaining the rails. Then Ebony Knight, 1.5. Bluing the Blues, a length Spitz, 3/4 Euston off, a half Bust Up third from last, and then Readiness and Sheraton at the tail. At the 600, hit by a half. Dash for Cash, who strode to second. 2 lengths away as North Boy on the inside of Tallydane. Ebony Knight now out 3 wide, and then Bluing the Blues, a break to Euston off, ridden along from Spitz, Bust Up, Sheraton and Readiness. Hit in front with Dash for Cash challenging at the 400, and Preble pulled the whip on the grey. Tallydane 2 lengths away, and North Boy's pushing out to get into a clear galloping room and is coming after the leader. Dash for Cash at the 200 in front. North Boy quickly pounces on him now, and then Tallydane running on. North Boy took the lead at the 100, drew a neck in front. Dash for Cash tries to fight back. North Boy's doing a bit too well, and a classy win on the line to North Boy. 3/4 Dash for Cash. Tallydane 3 lengths away third from Hit. Sheraton made some ground, and then Ebony Knight trailed by Euston off, Bluing the Blues, and then Bust Up. Spitz second last, and Readiness last of all. North Boy too good, number 4. The half-brother to Northerly, who'll go around a little later on this afternoon at Belmont. And North Boy has won the race in very, very good style. Sat just off them. Oliver pushed him into the clear, and he sprinted home very strongly. Number 4, North Boy. Damien Oliver first. Tony McAvoy. Second to Dash for Cash. Number 10, Brett Preble. The jockeys who quinelled the Scobie Breesley during the week, running the 1-2. And third to Tallydane. Number 8, placings of 4, 10 and 8. 4, 10 and 8. Fourth home was 7, Hit. And fifth, number 2, Sheraton, who's come from last, making good ground. And the time, 1:12.8. 4, 10 and 8.
Stand by Hilton, on air.
4, 10 and 8 the numbers on race number 3.
OK, Greg. Well, he's pretty promising. 3 out of 3. Wonder what his trainer thinks of him, Andrew. Andrew Bensley at Sandown.
The run of the race, Andrew, and which he did do, and then it was just whether he would let down in the ground, and he's a really nice horse, this horse, who will get better on top of the ground, I'm sure.
You were concerned, I guess, going in, although he has handled the Stings sort of out of it.
Yes, he has. At Moonee Valley on a slow, albeit not in this class, but he's a different style of Rory's Jester. He's a very strong horse, and I think he'll run mile, maybe a mile plus, and he got through that ground beautifully.
So what have you got in mind next now after this impressive?
He'll go to the Ascot Vale, and then he will look to head towards the Caulfield Guineas.
Okay, that's the ultimate. The other couple of runners you had in the race, I guess you're watching North Boy in the end, but...
Yes, Bluing the Blues actually raced a bit fresh. He hasn't had a trial coming into this race. Raced a bit free, wouldn't settle, and then couldn't finish off. I wouldn't be too disappointed. He was right up in class today too.
You felt this, didn't you? When we had lunch a couple of weeks ago with a group of the media guys, one horse you stood out was North Boy.
Yes, Andrew. I mean, this is a horse, he'll be very important to me, this horse. I need a horse like this as we're just starting off, and I was a bit jumpy before that race, I can tell you.
Good luck. Well done, Tony. Tony McAvoy joining us there, the trainer of North North Boy. These horses returning back in. They've run 112.8. The record is 19.3. So about 3 seconds over. 4:10 and 8. North Boy returning in Tappy. No surprise to be ridden by champion jockey and joint winner of the Scapy Breesley this week, Damien Oliver.
Yes, and he seems destined for a huge spring carnival. D. Oliver, one of the best in the business, and we'll be watching North Boy's half-brother Northerly do battle in Perth later today. North Boy 350 and 190, Dash for Cash 150, Tully Dane 250, Quinella 650, Trifecta 52.10. Right now, Rosehill Gardens with correct weight on the previous race. We have the official divs, the winner Swiss Echo 190 and 110, Silver Castle 240, Diamond 230, Quinella 620, and the Trifecta 43.50.
Just because he's so mature and whatever, thinking ahead and staying with the message, we'll know soon. But a former Celt Capital winner, knows the track, got the track conditions today firm, coming back from racing on heavy ground. It's going to be a huge race, and we may have left a few out here, Andre, as well. So good luck to all you punters in whatever you're selected in this, the Mudgway Parts World Stakes.
A big welcome into our Australian audience this afternoon. This is our feature race on the program, the Mudgway Parts World Stakes. The favourite is the message at $3 and $1.70. Support for Fritz at $5.75 and $2.15. Of course, Queenslanders well recognise the name of Fritz and expect him to be finishing over the top of them with Noel Harris aboard. And also support Tit for Tat, the 3-year-old of last campaign, and Cinderbella at $8.30 and $2.45 to be ridden by Hayden Tinsley. Race caller for our feature today, Tony Lee.
The Mudgway Parts World Stakes at Group 2, all in, ready. Off. Fritz was a little bit slow near the inside, and Carpstad Ways got back the stayer, and beginning quickly, Tit for Tat heading to the lead from Hero and Figurant, withdrawn just behind them when they settle down, and then the message, Hello Dolly the inside, Transton, Danza Pride a little deeper out. O'Malley's Boy was the next behind these, then Cinderbella. Fritz getting a long way back on the inside, 1,000 to go. A length, so let's Carpstad Way is second to last, and Sing Along was last of all. They run towards the end of the back of the track in the Mudgway. Hero took over. Figurant has moved to second, and Tit for Tat third with Danza Pride around the outside. Trounce between runners. 2 lengths withdrawn covering Hello Dolly, and Cinderbella starting to jog around them. Then the message and Fritz on the inside. 600 out in the Mudgway, a length further away to O'Malley's Boy. Carpstad Way on the inside, and So Let's was last. Sing Along taking off just in front of that as they come to the corner. We hear Figurant on the outside of Hero. Tit for Tat on the outside of the 2, starting to sprint, and then Cinderbella. Fritz is getting right up on the inside. Figurant, Tit for Tat, wider out Cinderbella, and Fritz is absolutely flying on the rail. They're across the track. Fritz goes to Figurant, Cinderbella out wider, but it is Fritz to win the Mudgway. Fritz with a brilliant ride. Noel Harris, Cinderbella second, Figurant a huge race third, and then Hello Dolly, Tit for Tat. What about Carpstad Way? So let's Trounce behind these. O'Malley's Boy, Sing Along, Hero, the message, Danza Pride, and a long way withdrawn. You could wait 35 years to get a better ride than that. Noel Harris from second or third last, stayed to the aluminium, didn't come around a horse, and Fritz was able to respond with an electrifying burst of speed on the inside. The money was $5.90 at the close. Figurant at any old price was in front at the 100 metres, then Fritz and Noel Harris.
Righto, Tony. Yes, it was a great ride from the veteran Noel Harris, who's pretty well known here in Australia, defeating Cinderbella and Figurant, 1:10.12, and I don't know if you noticed Carpstad Way turned for home in front of a couple, threaded his way between horses in the straight, ran 6th, and was really working his way to the line nicely at the end of the 1,400 metres, a trip far too short for him. Now, Rosehill race 4, 3 minutes away, Nanny Maroon, 250.
In the broadcast box.
And 280. One to move up. Trico moves in here, and they're set to run. Nanny Maroon all the rage, previous game to the favourite Swiss Echo. The Mounties Shirako Stakes, a listed event. 1,100 metres is the journey. And the starter goes up onto the ladder momentarily. Came back to ground level, back aboard the ladder. He presses the button, they're off. And Boston reared and missed it by 2 lengths. And Marlena bounced out in front of Mini Me. Commencing well, Perfect Halo with Trico going up smartly, and so's Magic Cheval. Then Queeler and Secretly Asians length and a half to Vita and Planiceps. And a couple of lengths further away in the field is Miss Zambezi, followed on its inside by Piccoline. And then Arabia, followed by Boston and Nanny Maroon, wide and last to the 600. And here Magic Cheval to the lead from Perfect Halo, Marlena and wider Mini Me. Queeler is next, a length and a half to Trico and 3 to Secretly Asians. A length of Vita, followed by Nanny Maroon, making some ground from Planiceps as they straighten. 400 out on the Scirocco, and Perfect Halo the leader clearly now from Marlena. Magic Cheval's gone. Queeler racing up on the inside, Mini Me, and Nanny Maroon is starting to unleash her devastating sprint. And Arabia is next as they flatten past the 150, and here's the pride of Scone, Nanny Maroon. By golly, can't she finish? She's home and hose Nanny. Second is Perfect Halo, Arabia flying, but Nanny Maroon does it again. Second Arabia, and third was Perfect Halo from Queeler with Trico and Marlena. And then Secret Liaisons, followed by Miss Zambezi, Boston, Piccoline, 2 to Mini Me, and then Planiceps, Vita and Absolute was Magic Cheval. Isn't she good? Number 1, Nanny Maroon, ridden by Robbie Thompson. His only ride today, 281.20. Arabia, terrific second, number 2, 450, and Perfect Halo, number 7, $4. Love this mare. She's by Alquoz from Fires Are Bad, a memento mare raced by Kay McLean and Kay Nash, trained by Paul Engelbrecht at Scone, and she is the pride of the horse capital of New South Wales. She's had 18 starts for 10 wins, 4 seconds and a third. Hadn't raced since the Dark Jewel that she won brilliantly on a home track on Friday the 18th of May. And here today, she's absolutely blitzed them over the last 200 metres. 127, and the fourth has gone to number 8. Nanny Maroon, 280 and 120. Number 2, Arabia by Zabil from Trotanoy. Wasn't that a great return since the Queensland Oaks on the 2nd of June? Paul Perry, Lenny Beasley, 450. And number 7, Perfect Halo, a Don't Say Halo mare from Perfect Melody, trained by Robert Rosengreen, who was formerly with Johnny Sires. Dan Beasley aboard, and number 8, Queeler, ran 4th. Right, the Quinella, 1960. Exacta, 25.40. Trifecta, 315.60, and the first 4, 127 and 8, 2,521.70, 8 and 1 extra double, $6.40. And what a great association Robbie Thompson has with Nanny Maroon. Rob had a big day yesterday at Tamworth, 3 winners. Well, what more can I say? The first 2 absolutely dominated in the...
Here to go, Shirley's Lavina coming up. True Jewels at $4 the favourite, La Lagoon at $5, 7.40 Disco Girl. They're set and racing, and a good start too. And down on the inside, Violet Tints, Gantry and True Jewels got away quickly. Just behind them is Firm, and going up Shirley's Lavina on the outside from Speaker. As they settle, La Lagoon's now in the middle of the field by the 1,000 metres. It's Violet Tints the inside, Shirley's Lavina 3 deep on the outside going for the lead, and Gantry in the centre. True Jewels gets the good cart just behind them 4th, followed by La Lagoon moving up on her outside. 1 to Speaker, and they're trailed further back by Disco Girl. They're trailed then by 2 lengths away Visage. Firm got into some trouble a little bit further back there and got tightened up on the rail. They were being followed by American Graffiti, who's gone up around the outside of them. Being followed as they come around the turn by Dragila, and Frangetica's last. Shirley's Lavina led Violet Tints and Gantry into the straight. True Jewels right behind them 4th, but needing to get out of a pocket there, and La Lagoon's coming with a run on the outside. Shirley's Lavina got to the 250 metre mark in front of